First of all, we are going to start learning. The first thing that we are going to identify, it's going to be all about emergency equipment. All right, we are going to learn this vocabulary that is related to emergency equipment. Okay? Afterwards, we are going to do a listening activity, the same. It's going to be related to that, to emergency situations. And then afterwards, I am going to put you a quiz. We are going to think, and this is going to be a logic, a critical thinking exercise. We are going to talk about emergency situations. What would you do? Okay, what would you do in the case of emergency situations? Afterwards, in this unit, also, we are going to read. This is going to be really interesting because we're going to read an article about a miracle rescue. This is going to be a story. And finally, for sure, the last part that we are going to do, I gotta tell you, this is important because it's a part of what you are supposed to do in your final exam. Remember, we are going to do, and we are going to tell the way that we can tell a story. Okay, so this is what we are going to learn, emergency equipment. Afterwards, we're gonna do this listening activity about emergency. Then we're gonna talk about emergency situations. Then we're gonna read a story about a miracle rescue. And finally, we are going to see the way that we can tell a story. Okay, let's get ready to start then, because here we go. We're gonna start with the first part that it's gonna be all about emergency. So let's get ready, because here we go together. We are going to identify the next vocabulary. Remember, this is vocabulary, so this is gonna be easy. I just want you to help me to identify what can you see here in the pictures. Okay, remember they are all emergency equipment, things that we may need in the case of an emergency, okay? Let's get ready. Each one of you, you're going to help me to complete this together. So let's start, okay? I'm going to start with Virginia. Can you tell me, Virginia, can you see the pictures? How can you call this emergency equipment? Hi, yes, Virginia, you can tell me. What is the name of this? It's something that we need in case of an emergency. What is it?
Teacher, lo que tengo que decir es con las palabras, armarlas.
Exactly, you need to tell me what is this. You can tell me in Spanish if you don't remember in English. What is it?
Ok. Ese es mm.
No, Virginia. Okay, I'm gonna help you
Teacher, ahí
with this
sería
one.
box of,
Box of mhm,
eh, attach, no,
matches. All right.
matches, era.
Excellent. A match, remember, is un fósforo, no? So, when we are going, in the case of an emergency, it is important to take a box of matches. In the case you need to turn on fire, in the case that you get lost, it is important this, okay? Box of matches. Box of matches. All right, thank you, Virginia. Let's carry on to the next. This is also another emergency equipment. Can you please tell me, let's carry on with Samantha. Can you tell me, Samantha Basurto, what is it? What is this?
Eh, la M,
M, no.
no. S,
S, no.
la P.
No. Uh, First of all, what is in Spanish? This is something that we use to see the north, the south, the west, the east. The four cardinal points. How do you call these in Spanish? Very important for emergencies. You can see the north, the south, the east, the west, the four cardinal points. How do you call these?
Direcciones.
Sí, pero el artefacto, el objeto que usamos para ver los puntos cardinales, ¿cómo se llama?
Brújula.
Excellent, right? In Spanish, brújula. In English, is similar to something that we use to make circles, okay? In Spanish is brújula, in English is compass, all right? A compass. And remember what is the use of this? We use it to see the cardinal points, okay? Compass, this is it. Thank you, Samantha. Let's continue to the next. Can you help me please now, Luis Marchand, what is it? This is also something really important in the case of an emergency. Can you tell me please what is it?
The first is GPS.
Mhm. Tell me, Luis, what is it? GPS what? In the past, this used to be a specific object, but now, for example, this GPS, it's included in the cell phone, right? Every cell phone has a GPS. GPS what? What is it, Luis?
Device.
Excellent, right? A GPS device. Tell me, Luis, what is the use? What is the use of a GPS device?
Is for to find something in a radar, maybe.
Yeah, to know where you are, first of all, remember to know exactly the point where you are, the coordinates where you are. And for sure, it's helpful if you want to find something, okay? You use this, a GPS device. Thank you. Let's continue to the next. All right, let's carry on. Can you tell me, please? Let's go with Brian. This is also an emergency equipment, especially if you go to a mountain, to a cold place. What is it, Brian? Hat. Excellent. And remember, this is very useful, especially if you go to a cold place, to a mountain. If you go camping to the volcano, remember, you need to wear a hat because it's very cold. All right. Let's continue to the next. Can you help me, please, Aaron? Aaron Merino. Can you tell me, Aaron, what is the name of the next emergency equipment?
Lighter,
A lighter. Excellent. In Spanish, what is a lighter?
linterna o
Yes.
encendedor,
And
creo
the
que.
other one, encendedor, no lighter. Linterna o encendedor, remember, we can use them, really useful, because obviously, in the case of an emergency, this is necessary, okay? Thank you, Aaron. Let's go again from the very beginning. Once again, hey, can you help me, please, Virginia? This is also something really useful for an emergency. Tell me, Virginia, what is it?
Teacher, map.
Map.
Map, the
Excellent,
mapa.
right?
Mhm.
Very good. In the past, for example, we used to have the printed maps. They used to be very, very big. But now, for example, it's easier because we got Google Maps, we got Waze, we got a map in our cell phones. All right, so map, this is it, number 6. Thank you, Virginia. Let's carry on to the next. Can you help me, please? Samantha, don't focus on the princess, don't focus on Snow White. I need you to please tell me the word. The word here is an emergency equipment. Tell me, please, Samantha, what is it?
Blancanieves.
Tell me, Samantha, what is it?
Blancanieves.
Yeah, but don't focus on the princess. Focus on the word. It's something that you need for an emergency.
M.
Okay.
O.
No.
No, la I.
I.
La R.
R.
Otra R.
Double R.
La O.
O.
Y la R.
All right. Mirror. What is a mirror? In Spanish, Samantha, what is a mirror? Samantha, what is mirror? We see every day on the bathroom to see how we are. But remember, this is also good and important for an emergency. And you may ask me, teacher, why? Especially if you are in areas where there are, for example, wild animals such as bears, such as tigers, such as wolves. If you use the mirror, you can see if there is an animal behind you. Okay, the mirror is important in that case. And also remember, you can use the mirror to turn on a fire in case you don't have a lighter. You can also use it because with the reflection of the sun, you can turn on fire. Okay, mirror, this is it. Let's carry on to the next. Thank you, Samantha. Now you can help me the next one, please. Luis, you can help me, Luis. What is the name of this object? It's an emergency equipment as well. You got it, Luis. Let me give you a hint. This is a small object.
Penknife? Penknife?
Yeah, but without a K. We only pronounce it as penknife. We don't pronounce the K, right? Penknife. Penknife. What is a penknife, Luis?
Como una navaja. Algo.
Excellent, right? Navaja, no? That is the word. We use it for sure in the case you need to open a can, open a tin. For example, if you need to cut something, it's really useful, the penknife. Okay, penknife, this is it. Thank you. Let's carry on to the next word. Can you please tell me now, Brian? Tell me, Brian, what object is the next? It's also an emergency equipment. Tell me, what is it? Tell me, Brian Basurto, what is the next emergency equipment? Go ahead, please. No? Anyone, please, can you help me? What emergency item is this?
Rope.
Rope. No rope, remember rope. And what is in Spanish a rope? También de emergencia, an emergency. What is a rope?
Una soga.
Soga, very good. Why is important a rope? Remember, in the case that you need to carry something heavy, or in the case, for example, when you are with some friends, you don't get lost, okay? You are attached by ropes. Ropes, remember, sogas, cuerdas, right? Thank you, Brian. Let's continue to the next. Can you help me, please, Aaron? Aaron Marino, what is the next emergency equipment?
A sleeping bag.
Sleeping bag, okay? In Spanish, what is it? A sleeping bag.
Saco para dormir.
Excellent, right? Really useful, for example, if you go camping, right? You may need it, a sleeping bag. Thank you, Aaron. This is it. Well done. All right, let's go with the last ones. Once again, let's carry on with Virginia. Can you tell me, Virginia, what is the next object, emergency equipment? What is it?
Sun
Sun.
cream.
Sun cream. Excellent. Although this is not like extremely emergency, in the case of an emergency, I think it is important to use this every day, right? Sun cream, in order to protect yourself from the sunburns. Thank you, Virginia. All right, let's carry on. Can you help me, please? Let's go with Luis. Tell me, Luis, what is the next word?
Sweats.
Sweets. Sweets. What are sweets?
Dulces, caramelos.
Yeah. Why? Why do you think this is important in an emergency?
Maybe for the sugar in the blood.
Yes, for example, when some people actually, when they are, especially in the mountains, when they are climbing, they start to reduce their oxygen and and the normal blood pressure, right? In that case, it is important they take some sweets, they eat some sweets in order to recover that sugar, okay? Sweets. Thank you, Luis. And let's go with the last one. All right, can you help me, please, Samantha? Tell me, please, what is the name of this emergency equipment?
S,
S, no.
W,
W,
I.
I, no,
La E.
no,
L.
L, no.
No. No sé, teacher.
It's a whistle. In Spanish, what is a whistle? In Spanish, how do you call this, Samantha? ¿Qué es un whistle?
Silbato.
Excellent, right? Tell me, Samantha, why do you consider a whistle is important in an emergency? Why? Why do you consider we need a whistle in an emergency? Remember, a whistle is important, especially if you get lost. Let's suppose that you are in the mountains and you are walking and you get lost. You can blow your whistle in order to people to find you. All right? You want people to find you, so you start blowing your whistle, and with the sound, people can find you so you don't get lost. Okay? Whistle, okay? This is also important in an emergency. All right, perfect. So that was the introduction, learning about this emergency vocabulary. Let's get ready. Let's carry on then to the next part, because here we go. What are we going to do now? I need your help because we are going to do a listening activity, and we are going to do it together now. All right? So let's check it out and let me explain you what is this about. And here we go. All right, as you can see here, we got some emergency items, some of the ones that we already learned, as for example, we got compass, hat, map. But as you can see, we got some other emergency equipment, okay? What are we going to do? We are going to do a listening activity about two people talking about a night in the mountains, and we are going to answer the next questions. Who went up the mountain? Which things from the list they have? We are going to identify and we are going to put a virtual mark on the things that they took to this. And also, we are going to put a cross for the things they didn't have. All right? It's going to be a tick for the things they have, and it's going to be a cross for the things they didn't have. Okay? I repeat it one more time. Remember, we're going to listen a conversation between two people talking about a night in the mountains. We are going to identify, first of all, who went up, which things they from the list they have, and which things from the list they didn't have. All right, so this is what we are going to do now. Let's get ready, please. Let's start listening, because here we go. All right, let me play the audio now.
Unit 11. Introduction. Exercise.
Than we intended.
Unit 12. Introduction. Exercise 3.
We set out pretty late. Well, at least later than we intended. It was just the two of us.
And the dog.
Yes, of course, and the dog.
And for some reason, it took longer than we expected. But we were having fun, so we didn't care very much.
And the dog was pretty happy too.
I was glad I had my walking poles.
She loves her walking poles.
So when we got to the top, which is about 2,750 feet, or 850 meters, above sea level, we sat down and drank some water,
It's such an amazing view from the top.
which we've seen lots of times.
Yes, that's why we didn't need a map or anything. We've been up to the top before.
And then you got out your MP3 player and we shared the headphones.
Yes, well, the music and the view together? Perfect.
And then we noticed what time it was. It was starting to get dark.
And we suddenly realized we couldn't go back down. Not in the dark. It was way too dangerous.
We were going to have to spend the night on the top of the mountain,
Which is not good.
which is not good because the weather can change very quickly.
Thank goodness it was summer and it didn't rain.
So the three of us, remember the dog was with us, huddled together until dawn. It was so cold.
But you survived.
Yes, but we could have got hypothermia. We could have died. You see, we didn't have anything with us. No jackets, no thermal blankets, nothing.
We've each got one now, including the dog, and we never leave home without them. We might not be so lucky next time.
Okay, let's listen one more time. Remember, this is what we need to identify. First of all, who went up the mountain? And then we need to identify which things from the list did they have, which important things from the list they didn't have. Okay, use the virtual pencil. Ya les habilité el lápiz virtual. Recuerden, utilicen aquí y coloquen en mi pantalla, okay, on my screen according to what you listen. Okay, so here we go one more time. Listen carefully.
3.
What are you doing here?
Of course, and we set out pretty late. Well, at least later than we intended. It was
Doing here?
Unit 12. Introduction. Exercise 3.
We set out pretty late. Well, at least later than we intended. It was just the two of us.
And the dog.
Yes, of course, and the dog.
And for some reason, it took longer than we expected. But we were having fun, so we didn't care very much.
And the dog was pretty happy too.
I was glad I had my walking poles.
She loves her walking poles.
So when we got to the top, which is about 2,750 feet, or 850 meters, above sea level, we sat down and drank some water,
It's such an amazing view from the top.
which we've seen lots of times.
Yes, that's why we didn't need a map or anything. We've been up to the top before.
And then you got out your MP3 player and we shared the headphones.
Yes, well, the music and the view together? Perfect.
And then we noticed what time it was. It was starting to get dark.
And we suddenly realized we couldn't go back down. Not in the dark. It was way too dangerous.
We were going to have to spend the night on the top of the mountain,
Which is not good.
which is not good because the weather can change very quickly.
Thank goodness it was summer and it didn't rain.
So the three of us, remember the dog was with us, huddled together until dawn. It was so cold.
But you survived.
Yes, but we could have got hypothermia. We could have died. You see, we didn't have anything with us. No jackets, no thermal blankets, nothing.
We've each got one now, including the dog, and we never leave home without them. We might not be so lucky next time.
All right, excellent. So tell me, my dear students, who? First of all, who went up? Who went up the mountain? They were three. ¿Quiénes fueron? Who went up the mountain? You tell me. Yeah, if you're not able to use the virtual pencil, chicos, si no pueden usar el lápiz virtual, escríbanme aquí en el chat, ¿ya? Escriban en el chat qué cosas llevaron y qué cosas no llevaron y que por eso mencionaron ellos, they mentioned something about hypothermia. Okay, hypothermia. So this is because they didn't have something important. Ok, please, chicos, escriban en el chat. Ya los que no tienen el lápiz virtual, escriban en el chat. Ok, write on the chat box, please. You can do it. Okay, let's check it out then, and there you go. Well, the things that they took, for sure they took an MP3 player, they also took stick poles for walking, they did water bottle, yes, they mentioned they took it. The tent, no, they didn't take a tent. And some important things that they should have taken, they didn't take a compass, they didn't take a map, and they didn't take a thermal blanket. This is important because remember, in the case of a cold weather, this can be really useful, okay? But they didn't take this thermal blanket. Okay? And who went up? Do you remember there were three of them? They went. For sure, it was a man, a woman, and a dog. All right? And they didn't have the thermal blanket for them. And because they spent the night right there, they had to cuddle together in order not to die of hypothermia. Okay? So remember, whenever you go to the mountains, whenever you go to any place, it is important that you take emergency equipment. Okay? The emergency equipment is really important. It can save you in case of, well, for example, these situations, okay? Any question? Tell me any question about this, about emergency equipment? Okay, let's get ready then, because now we are going to do, and I'm going to put you into different emergency situations. Okay, let's get ready to this one. I'm going to share you with this. Hold on a minute, because I want to know what is your, or what would you do in this case, okay? Okay, please check it out. I need you to please, I am going to put you into an emergency situation, something that may happen, and I want you to please use your logic. I want you to please use your critical thinking in order to think which do you consider is the best thing to do in this situation. Okay, I repeat, I am going to put you some emergency situations, and I want you to please use your logic, use your critical thinking to tell me what do you consider is the best option to do in the case of these emergency situations. Okay, so let's get ready with that, and here we go, okay? Check it out. Let's start with the hardest one together. So here we go, okay? Pay attention.
Two hikers are about to have a shocking encounter as they come around a bend. It's a mountain lion, still as a statue, glaring down at them. He blends right in with the background. Now listen as the hikers debate what to do next.
What are we supposed to do, back up?
I don't know.
What are we supposed to do?
I don't know. I don't think you're supposed to run or go away from it.
The ferocious cat looks like it's ready to pounce.
Be careful. Just whistle if it comes at us.
I can't find it.
Back up.
So would you know what to do in a similar situation? Of these options, which would you pick? Run, make a loud noise, stand your ground, slowly back away.
All right, here we got the 4 possible options. Let's suppose that you are in the mountain and you see this mountain lion, this panther. What do you think is the best option, is the best thing to do? Run, make a loud noise, stand your ground, or slowly back away? Okay, once again, you can use the virtual pencil, so go ahead, you can do it, okay? What do you think is the best thing to do in this case, okay? Run, make a loud noise, stand your ground, or slowly back away. All right, you may tell me, teacher, slowly back away. All right, let's see it, okay? What do the experts say? Here we go.
Be loud, be big.
Tom Stolf, president of the Columbus Zoo, is an expert on mountain lions.
Once the hikers did get around the corner and see that the mountain lion was right above them, that's when they need to back away. They need to take their jackets off. They need to clap real loud.
Brian McKinney and Sam Vanderhyde are the hikers who filmed that chilling video at Sequoia National Park.
We didn't want to turn our back to it, and we didn't want to move quickly. We were trying to remain very calm. I think we did a pretty good job. We talked to rangers, and they all said...
All right, remember, in this case, slowly back away, and remember, don't run. This is the worst option. You don't have to run. You don't have to stand your ground. And remember, if you have the chance, make a loud noise, try to make it bigger, okay? If you make it small, remember the lion is going to think that you are a prey. But if you are big, very, very big, if you try to do it bigger as possible, the lion is going to feel intimidated, it's going to feel threatened, okay? So the best thing to do, make a loud noise and slowly back away. All right? This is an emergency situation that may happen. So remember, just in case that you see a panther, a lion, this is what you gotta do, okay? Let's get ready with the next. We are going to see some other emergency situations. All right, let me put you now, because here we go.
Do you think you have what it takes to survive it?
Okay, let's get ready. Once again, remember, it is important that you answer. And this is going to be also a speaking activity because I really want you to speak. What would you do and why, okay? Once again, remember, you can use the virtual pencil in order to interact. You can use it here on my screen, but also I am going to ask each one of you to tell me what would you do in these cases and why. Why do you consider this is important to do? Okay, so here we go. Let's start now.
In the wild? That's easy. Let's put your skills to the test. Answer these 8 quick survival questions and see if you'd make it out alive. Ready? Let's go. Question 1. You're lost in the wilderness with no food. What's the safest option to eat?
All right, you are lost in the wilderness, in the mountain, for example, with no food. What's the safest option to eat? A bright red mushroom, insects like crickets or grasshoppers, leaves from an unknown plant, or raw fish from a river. What would you eat in the case of this emergency situation? You don't have food, you are lost in the wilderness. Please, chicos, usen el lápiz virtual o escriban aquí en el chat qué comerían ustedes. What would you eat? What would you eat if you are lost in the wilderness? Go, please choose the option. Okay, let's see it. Some of you tell me raw fish from a river. Pescado crudo. Veamos, let's see if this is the best option.
The safest option is letter B. Insects are a safe...
Insects, okay? Although you may tell me, no, teacher, are you crazy? I don't want to eat insects. They are a safe protein-rich food source, okay? In the case of plants, it's not a good option because they may be poisonous. And in the case of raw fish, first of all, I think it's very difficult to catch, to get fish, okay? A menos, claro, que ustedes sean súper buenos pescadores para que lo puedan hacer, so you can do it. En ese caso, in that case, remember that that can be a good option, pero si no, the best option, crickets or grasshoppers. Okay, let's carry on to the next, and here we go, okay? Let's continue to the next, and here you are.
protein-rich food source. But beware, many wild plants and mushrooms can be poisonous. Question 2. You're caught in a snowstorm. What's the best way to stay warm?
You're caught in a snowstorm, una tormenta de nieve, okay? Imagine that you are in this. What is the best way to stay warm? All right. Keep moving and avoid sitting down. Build a snow cave or a shelter. Remove extra layers to prevent sweating or drink alcohol to stay warm. What do you think is the best way to stay warm in a snowstorm? All right. right. Luis, tell me, teacher, remove extra layers to prevent sweating. What about the others? Tell me. Okay, the same. Come on, tell me, Aaron, Brian, Samantha, what do you think? What do you think is the best option to stay warm in a snowstorm? All right, let's see, okay? Most of you tell me, teacher, letter C. Let's see it.
The best way is a letter B. A snow cave traps body heat and
All right, to build a snow cave. Una cueva de nieve, okay? Why? Because these snow caves traps body heat and shields you from icy winds. Alcohol, the worst idea, and remove extra layers, no as well. Remember, because the idea is that you stay warm, okay? Let's carry on. Let's continue to the next emergency situation. Carry on number 3. Let's go, please. Number 3.
shields you from icy winds. And no, alcohol won't keep you warm. It actually lowers your body temperature. Question 3. You need water fast. What's your best option?
All right, you need water. Let's suppose that you don't have water, or maybe you are in a place where water from a river is very scarce. Can you tell me what is your best option? Drink directly from a stagnant pond. Collect morning dew on leaves. Morning dew, remember, es como el rocío de la mañana, las gotitas de la mañana de las hojas. Melt ice with body heat and drink immediately, or dig randomly in the ground. Dig, remember, means cavar en el piso para hallar, to find water. Tell me, what is the best option to get water? All right, Aaron and Luis, tell me, teacher, letter B, collect morning dew on leaves. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Virginia, tell me, teacher, letter A, drink directly from a stagnant pond. Stagnant pond es como un tanque, no tanque, como un charco de agua estancada, ¿no? Stagnant pond. Veamos, let's see.
The best option is letter B. Morning dew.
All right, morning dew, okay? El rocío de la mañana is fresh and safe, not stagnant pond, because remember, this water is not the best option. Okay, let's carry on to the next. Carry on, please. Number 4, here we go.
Dew is fresh and safe, unlike stagnant water, which could be full of bacteria. Question 4. You spot a bear in the distance. What should you do?
Now think about a bear. In the past, we saw a lion, but I need you to please tell me, what would you do if you spot a bear? Tell me, tell me. Okay, once again, you tell me, teacher, letter C, stay calm, back away slowly, and avoid eye contact. Run as fast as possible, climb the nearest tree, and make yourself like small and lie down. Let's see and let's check together, okay? Here we go.
That correct answer is letter C. Running triggers the bear's chase instinct.
Excellent, right? Stay calm, back away slowly, and avoid eye contact. Perfect. Letter C, okay? If you run or if you climb a tree, remember that bears, they are able to climb trees as well. And remember also that bears, they can run very fast. Okay, so in this case, it's not a good option to run or climb a tree. Stay calm, back away slowly, and avoid eye contact. Okay, let's go with two more, okay? Two more situations. Here we go.
Stay calm, avoid sudden movements, and never turn your back on it. Now for question 5. It's night, and you're lost in a dense forest. What's your best move?
It's night, remember, and you're lost in a dense forest. What's your best move? What is the best thing to do? Follow the wind direction, walk in a straight line, stay put and wait for daylight, or use the stars or moon for guidance. Okay, choose. What would you do if you get lost in the forest at night? All right. Virginia, tell me, teacher, letter C. What about the rest? You tell me. What is the best option in this case? Follow the wind direction. Seguir la dirección del viento. Ok. All right, let's see it, okay? Here you are.
Your best move should be letter C. Navigate.
Excellent, very, very good. Stay put for sure, because if you navigate and wait for daylight, what is it? It's not a good idea for sure to follow direction. Of course, the best idea is to stay put, stay in the place, and wait for daylight, okay? Of course, in this case, it's not a good idea to walk at night because, you know, it's more dangerous. So for sure, stay put and wait for daylight. Okay, let's go with one more, okay? Let's go with one more, and here we go. Number 6, pay attention.
Navigating in darkness is dangerous. Stay put to avoid injury and reassess your surroundings in the morning. Question 6. Which of these is the best material to start a fire?
All right, finally, let's suppose that you need to start a fire to cook something, to keep warm. Which is the best material to start a fire? Damp leaves, a pail of green grass, dry tree bark or cotton fibers, or wet wood? Tell me, what is it? Go, tell me. Okay, Luis, tell me letter C. Come on, Sammy, Aaron, Virginia, Brian, tell me which. Letter C, dry tree bark, corteza de árbol seco, or cotton fibers, fibras de algodón. Talking about cotton fibers, for sure, it refers to clothes, no? The clothes that we wear, they are usually made of cotton. So is it the best material? Let's check.
The correct answer is letter C. Dry tree bark catches fire easily.
All right, letter C, okay? Dry tree barks or cotton fibers. Because these make or catches fire easily, making it perfect for kindling. All right? Very good, my dear students. This is correct. Congratulations, because you did it well, okay? Bien, mis chicos, felicitaciones. You did it well. Let me stop sharing this. As you can see, there are too many emergency situations that obviously we have to face one day, okay? Just to finish for today, we're going to do the next activity and we're going to finish after that. I am going to put you some other examples of situations, of emergency situations that you're going to help me to identify over here, okay? So please let me share you now the link and we are going to check now together. And after that, we can finish for today, okay? Please let me put it over here now and let's get ready with that, okay? All right, so let me put it over here now and let's get ready. Hold on, because it seems like I got a problem here. Okay, perfect. So here we are. Let's get ready with this, because here you go. Let's identify the next emergency situations. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, perfect. So now I got it. Let me share you over here. Because here you are. Yeah, listo. A ver, mis chicos, estaba teniendo un problemita aquí. I was having a problem here with my screen, but it seems like this is working now. Yeah, listo. Here we are. Please, let's get ready with this. Let's get ready to play it. So here we go. Bien, please, my dear students, open the link, write your names. We complete this activity about emergencies and we can finish afterwards. Okay? Okay, excellent. I got it. Aaron, Sammy, Brian. Come on, Virginia, join, open the link, and let's identify the next emergency situation. Okay, okay. Bien, empecemos. Okay, let's start in, and here we go. Excellent, very good. It seems like you finished. Aaron, Luis, Sammy, Brian. 2 more minutes, and we finish. Okay, thank you, my dear students. The time is up. Let me end the quiz. Don't worry if you haven't finished. Yeah, I think this is easy because we have seen some of these situations. Excellent. Bien, chicos. La mayoría super, super good. Remember, this is an example of a fire, this emergency. Excellent. A tornado, white whale. Yeah, listo. Very good. My dear students, por el día de hoy vamos a finalizar. We're going to finish for today. Les pido, please, vamos a encender la cámara por un minuto. I need you to turn on your cams for a minute, please. Antes de terminar, before we finished. Excellent. One more time, chicos. Thank you, thank you. Where are you, Luis, Brian, Virginia? Ya, enciendan sus cámaras. Solo un minutito, just a minute, please. Let me